Good morning and welcome to the video. We're up nice early today, we've got 20 miles to do. I say nice and early, it's like 10 to 8, so it's not too bad. There we go, we are free. And now on to the streets of Lyon. This morning's walk really is just sort of an exercise in escaping Lyon, to be quite honest. It's quite a big city and walking out of it is one of those things that proves to be a little bit difficult at times. It's not very well signed. I mean, I am cheating because I'm just using the Camino app, which will basically guide you out of absolutely anywhere. Ahead of me, I've just seen some of the lesser spotted Camino walkers. There's a group of about 10 of them, I think. I'm actually picking an alternative route today. It's a bit quieter because I never got to do it last time I did this. So I'm assuming I won't see anyone all day long, but yeah, you know, it's nice to see people a little bit. Coming to the outskirts now of Lyon, we're starting to get a lot more Camino sign, which is nice. The Camino signs differ between yellow arrows, which is just nice to see. There's loads on the lamppost just over there. But the other iconic one is obviously that scallop shell, which is obviously pointing normally in the direction you want to be going. So the scallop shell is really significant to the Camino walks. A lot of people don't actually know why, but it's quite simple. Basically, when this was a proper pilgrimage trail, you forget that people would have walked through from Saint-Jean in France and they'd have got to the end and, well, they'd have had to walk back. You know, nowadays you jump on a bus or whatever and you get yourself back to wherever you need to go. Back then, the pilgrimage was there and back. When they finished out on the coastline, one of the most common shell types to get was scallop shells, and it was almost like a badge of honour for those walking back after completing their pilgrimage trail. So, first little donation roadside place there. I've actually picked up a scallop shell that I'll show you later that I've put in the back of my bag currently. Got myself a banana as well. These places are, and a nice bracelet. These places are set up along the Camino and they're just donation, which is nice, you know. I got a banana for breakfast because I've not eaten anything at all, so that should fuel me through until I can find an actual cafe to get something half decent to eat, and probably a coffee. Now starting off on that bit of an alternative which I've added on. It's also now dawned on me at this point that the walk was already 20 miles and now it's about 21, 22, and it's getting very warm. Although I'll be honest, in the shade it's almost a bit too cold, but I don't want to say that because I know that in a few hours time I'll be complaining about the immense heat. So the idea with this alternative is basically it avoids tracking down the main road all day long. Well, that's the idea anyway. It kind of goes off a bit more into the countryside, a few more villages and bits and pieces. It's just a bit more interesting, and I've got the energy, I've got the time, I might as well do something a little bit longer and yeah, see a bit more of the Camino in Spain. Okay, so it is now 10:30 and I don't know what temperature it is, but I'm going to say at least 63, 64 Celsius. That's what it feels like anyway. It's like incredibly warm. And this path hasn't really got much shade, which was in the description for it, but you know, you just think, it'd be alright. Anyway, it turns out it's incredibly hot. We are coming up to the next little village soon, so I'm going to stop there and have a proper drink, chuck my sun hat on too, and sort myself out a little bit. But yeah, you know what, the views are pretty good, and the best thing about it is we're not running alongside that main road too. I take this any day, and having that traffic going all day long, so it's a lot quieter. There are a few people around, a few pilgrims, but nothing really. It's pretty dead out here, which is nice. Nice to be on your own, collect your own thoughts sometimes, and just, yeah, appreciate where you are and what you're doing. classic sun hat is now adorned, which should cover my neck a little bit more and give me a little bit more protection on the front. If I wanted to be really snazzy, I could pop the sides down, which they won't really go down because they've been up for too long. This town I've come in to at the moment, it's not really got anything in it. There's no bar or village, there's not even water, to be quite honest. There's absolutely nothing, but luckily I've got my sun hat, bottle of water, and ready to go on. I think we're about halfway for today, so I'm not doing too badly. So yeah, going well, but it is getting really warm now. For anyone wondering, that's the scallop shell, which now hangs off my bag that I bought. And I've got another one on the inside, very pretty, with a little cross on the inside, lets everyone know what I'm up to. Now, that was a bit of a long stretch along there to a fair. That's been about, well, I don't know, 5 kilometres, 6 kilometres, with basically absolutely zero shade, which hasn't been massively fun, to be honest. Just been listening to a podcast along the way, passed a few people too. But yeah, coming into this village now, and hopefully we can find ourselves some lunch. Nice little sign, you can see where we've come from this morning. Came through Milan and then go all the way down on this diversion. We're currently here, we're heading to Hospital d'Albigo, and then yeah, I don't think that's the scale. I think we're about just over halfway. Not an amazing haul from the local Spar shop, if I'm honest. We've had better. There's a cappuccino, a bottle of Coke, big bag of crisps, and something that was behind the counter that looked like it might be sweet. It doesn't really matter too much. It's a bit of something to eat. I think I'm gonna probably try and head out tonight for something to eat and let someone else do a little bit of cooking. So I'll stock up on food then. But yeah, you know, it'll do for now. Sitting down in the shade of a bus shelter over there, eating still what I don't know what it is. It's nice. I don't know. I think it's got nuts in, maybe. Who knows? Crisps are nice as well. You know. That's it. Lunch stop over. Time to make our way on for the rest of the day. We've got round about, well, I think about 3 hours. It's estimating just under 4, but I think with a bit of quick pace walking it's probably more like 3 hours. The only problem I have got now is I'm going to look at a watch that doesn't exist. It is round about 12:30 now, and the problem is with that is it's getting to the point of the day where it is unbelievably warm, and it's only going to get warmer within the next hour or so. Now I'm pretty fueled up. I've had a decent amount to drink and all the rest of it. My only concern is I haven't got any sun cream on because I just haven't managed to pick any up yet. I'm hoping I can get some tonight, and I'm hoping the next 3 hours in this don't destroy me too much. We will see. I can hear you all sat behind the camera now going, "You're a fucking moron," and I'm aware of that. But sadly I'm going to have to live with it for the next 3 hours or so. That sun, where is it? Oh fuck at our soul. There is no shade for the next 2 hours. Because it's just like that for 2 hours. It's gonna be a long old 2 hours. So we obviously are now right at midday, and you can see that's what I'm heading into. The description wasn't kidding when it said today had no shade. I mean, I'm literally under the first set of trees I've been in for about 40 minutes now. I'm coming into a village in about half an hour or so, so hopefully they've got some water and I can cool down a bit. But bloody hell, 20 mile down the Camino on heat like this. I mean, we're in October now and it's still incredibly warm. This must be one of the hardest days walking I think I've had in a while. That sun is so hot now. It's coming up to about 2 o'clock, so it really is peak midday. Those temperatures are skyrocketing. I think I can see the next village coming in after 2 hours of this. I hope to God they've got a water tap somewhere. I'm gonna dance in it if they have. There we go. Come into what's going to be the final village of the day, pretty much now. Before I head down to the hostel, managed to wet my t-shirt, fill my hat with water, and I'm yeah, pretty set to go. I'll tell you what, I'm going to chill in the shade for a bit though. That 2 hour stretch in the sun absolutely wiped me. We've got roughly around about, I think it's an hour and a half left, something like that. I'm sort of predicting it's probably going to take a couple of hours because I need to take it a bit slower in this heat, to be honest. As you can see, my t-shirt is nice and wet for now. My hat is already nearly bone dry because that's how warm it is, but we will soldier on. Hopefully, where we're heading tonight is going to be really lovely. Currently hiking over the bridge over the River Obijo. As far as I can tell, it's the most overkill bridge anyone's ever built. This thing has just got like arch after arch after arch after arch, and it goes on for quite a while, as you can see. But the river itself, maybe like 6 or 7 meters wide. One final hat cool for the final 30 minutes to the hostel. This place is absolutely deserted, and I suspect it's where like all the shops and everything are shut, and you forget that the Spanish obviously have a bit of a siesta midday. Even the supermarkets I'm going past won't open again until I think like 5 PM, something like that, and they shut at 2. And I tell you what, with this heat I can see why. It's always been the thought of mine actually that the best way to do the Camino, especially if you've only got a limited amount of time and you want to do the whole thing, is definitely by bike. It actually looks quite a bit of fun. I know there's some sections as you come further towards Santiago with the mountains that are probably a little bit difficult, crossing the Pyrenees, things like that. But overall, it means you can kind of skip, especially hot days like today, you can cover a bit of distance and you don't suffer too much and you get a bit of a breeze. So, you know, you've got a short period of time, you want to do the whole of the Camino de Santiago, then bike could be the way to do it. I mean, I've only got like 10 minutes left till I get to the hostel. But you know, when you're like, oh, I go and stand in the sprinkler system over there, and that would really cool me down. That's it, all checked into the hostel for the night. Apparently it's really quiet, which is nice. The lady that runs this is called Martha, and she's very lovely. I've even got my own personal bathroom because it's so quiet. This is the men's bathroom. I've not been in here, this is first time review in the bathroom. Oh, looks pretty smart. That's Nico the cat, who I've been told owns the place apparently. Must be for legal reasons, I imagine. Anyway, there we go. 20 miles on the Camino. Leon through to Hospital Villa, something or other. 20 miles anyway. Long day, heat, sun, but how beautiful anyway. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to head out tonight for dinner. I've got the Pilgrim dinner booked at 6:30, and I've got breakfast here in the morning too. Maybe I'll do a dinner and breakfast review. Comment below if you'd like to see that. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. You're fucking our soul.